Hello, everybody. Welcome to Atmos, a Minecraft action roguelike, which, from my experience so far, pretty inspired by Ultrakill. It's even got that combo meter thing. I'm just gonna be doing a kind of a general go-over of, some of the mechanics and the gameplay and a few of the different classes that are in this game so far. I was originally gonna do a sort of like let's play-ish kind of thing, but in an effort to block out some audio, I think I might have gone overboard with the OBS audio filters, and it rendered my audio completely unlistenable. So I will just perhaps be going over everything, and I'm just kind of showing you around in this game, which I think is really cool what they have so far. Yeah, but I'll just be sort of going over, going through a few runs with a different class, because there are different classes in this game. I have so far, it seems like there are 6 that I can unlock so far, but I feel like there are more, because I remember reading, like, that there are 12, I think? So perhaps there are, like, you can evolve the classes, mayhaps? Or, if you if you clear, like, a different difficulty, you might be able to unlock 6 additional classes. I've unlocked 4 out of the 6 that I can see so far. And as you can see in my footage so far, you can dash, press space again in midair, and you can dash. And if you hold the space bar, you can do what they call a long jump, which I really think should either be called a high jump or a double jump. But regardless, it's the functionality which matters, and it is certainly functional. So I've completed one run of the earliest difficulty. And the gameplay loop, there are 4 stages. The gameplay loop is, you clear, obviously, as many roguelikes are, you clear instant stages, defeating as many enemies as you can, and collect a reward at the end. Your upgrades are artifacts, and you can also collect essences, which are essentially crafting materials that you can use to make artifacts. And within runs, you can also get up to 2 upgrades, which can be used to enhance aspects of your class. And so far, I have unlocked 5 classes, actually. And after defeating each boss, you can collect some a special material, special relics. Yes, special relics. And by disassembling these at the disassembly station, you can unlock more progress in your diary thing. So you see, you can see here, I need to disassemble this item in order to unlock the Brawler class, and the Sendful Oil in order to unlock the Reaper class. And, you unlock more items by essentially clearing the bosses over and over, is essentially what it is. And yeah, let's just go through some of the classes then. I'll just go in this order, with the classes. So I'll start with the Gunner first. So, yep, standard difficulty, let's go. Once you're at standard difficulty, you seem to... Oh, I need to restart my run. But at standard difficulty, it seems like you get a free upgrade at the start of your runs. And I forgot to use it, so I will restart. There we go. Everlasting Madness. Kills during overclocking madness increase the duration by 1 second up to 6. Piercing shot. I will get the piercing shot. I'll explain. Oh, and you have, your stroke glove, which I don't know why they call it that, but, you use the stroke glove to pick up items, essentially. Let me see what artifacts I should get. That is a little too specific. Oh, let me just briefly explain my kit for the gunner. So you have in this game you have left clicks. Each class has a weapon, and they have a left click ability, a right click ability, a Q ability, and a shift ability. And for my gunner, it's mainly focused on the right click, which you see that little bar at the middle, right? It fills up when you press left click to hit enemies, and I believe charging it up, the heat gauge is what it's called more, makes the right click do more damage. And then if you press Q, you enter this temporary, like, overdrive mode where your heat bar fills up automatically. Finally, your shift is a grenade, and it can actually launch you, So there's rocket jumps, essentially, or grenade jumps, but it's not actually that useful so far because there's not that much platforming. Or rather, it would be more accurate to say that there is no need for platforming, mostly. Aside from navigating away from, like, enemy attacks for the bosses, because some of the bosses have, like, big AoE attacks, so it could be useful for that. But generally, it's not, like, necessarily very useful. But still good. And in standard difficulty, I can also re-roll my artifacts. And you see that little like circle thing? That's just showing how many re-rolls I have. So I have a purple item, which is the higher rarity, so this is not particularly good for me, but I will re-roll it. Panic Amulet. Increases your max HP at 30%. I will get that because I'm not particularly good at video games, so I will get the upgrade. And from my experience so far, the gun, this class seems to be like the best class, which is quite convenient because it's the first class that you unlock. But it just does quite an absurd amount of damage, which is good because, well, it's the first class that you unlock, so that will be good for everyone. There we go. Oh, by the way, these are the essences, which are components of artifacts, the items, and you need 2 to craft 1. As you can see above, each has 2 of these symbols, which indicate what kind of items they can craft, or like the items that they craft and what they can, like what their main effects are. So you can see here, this symbol means that it revolves around primary taking damage, and Hunter is right-click. And, you know, this class, the Gunner, is primarily revolves around right-click damage, so I'm going to be focusing on collecting Hunter. There is quite a lot of dialogue in this game, because there is lore to this game. It was a little bit confusing to me at first. Maybe that is, which is probably just my own fault for being stupid. But from what the gist of it is that you're playing as Diane. You're this I guess eclectic engineer person, and you are accompanied by your friend Leo, which is spelled L-30. And Leo is a bird guy, a robot bird guy. And you're here to find your father, who has been missing for a while. And the lab thing that you saw earlier, that is, it seems like that is, like, it used to be your father's, like, lab. And you're going through this dungeon so you can find him, so you can get to this place called Eden, which, it isn't explained, but it seems like we just have a tingle in our mind that, oh, our father must, you know, that must have a hint to where our father is. And it turns out our father is there, and our father is trapped in a crystal, in Eden. And some kind of mysterious force is stopping us. And in my first run of completing the easiest difficulty, we had to break the crystal, but because we were on the the easiest difficulty, the crystal didn't break. And it says, it is explained in the entrance to the dungeon that the higher difficulty you go, the more time you're given to break the crystal. So, you know, you probably have to challenge, like, the harder difficulty, like, maybe even, like, the hardest difficulty in order to break the crystal. So, that is kind of the gist of the lore. Shop. So for the shop, you can buy artifacts, and that's the only thing you can buy. And what items you get are randomized. There's 3 items. So far, I would say that the shop is not that good, because you're not guaranteed to have a high rarity item. So even if you have a bunch of money saved up, you might get like 3 items of the lowest rarity, which means that it probably would be better to just always go to an artifact chamber if you can. And then for the fountain, this just gives you a free heal. And there's a dialogue option that I remember there being a dialogue that says, like, oh, will you get the heal or will you get the reward, or something akin to that. And they're lying about that, because so far I have not seen any rewards that you can get from the fountain. Like, it's not a thing where you can choose whether or not you should heal or you want to get an item. Unless I am... it's possible that I just haven't been paying attention, right? But, just a heads up, that is only healing. You can't really get anything else. So this is the first boss, Azeroth the Slime Queen. As you can see, and as you will notice later through the game, it seems like the designers knew what they were doing. Is all I would say with some of the female characters in this game. Or I'm assuming. Well, she's called the Slime Queen, so I think she's female. Ooh, my shield broke. Ooh, and whenever you rank up, it makes that cool little orchestra hit sound, which I love. I love a good orchestra hit. But yeah, I think this boss, mainly what it does is that it does slam attacks. It tries to hit you, and it, like, she burrows into the ground. Well, I shouldn't call her an it. I think that's very uncouth of me. But she burrows into the ground, and you have to, like, get near her, or else she keeps firing projectiles at you. But she is the first boss, so not very difficult. Even if she does spawn a few ads, as is what they would call, she's not very difficult. You see, she is near death. But I will say, the bosses do get quite difficult later on. Next stage, this is the Ice Caves. Essence. Let's go. Boss time! I came again to make you cry. The only one who's gonna cry is you! Oh, yeah, so if you play this map/modpack, you will also notice that this dialogue is, I would say, it's very Devil May Cry, which I do find charming. This boss, it has this big, attack that covers one side of the arena, which I've died to many a time. And I also, I wonder if there is a multiplayer mode for this, or if they are planning to add a multiplayer mode, because I think that would be quite the fun to have in Minecraft. I mean, you know, it's not every day you see an action roguelike made in Minecraft. Even though, I mean, as I have been in the Minecraft community more, it seems like every day you just go on YouTube, or you go on Twitter, or you go on Reddit, and somebody's just like, hey, I've remade, like, Death Stranding 2 in Minecraft, and you're like, what the hell are you talking about? Let's see. Third level, the Colosseum. Our attack speed is already slowed, so I will get this burning effect, because... Oh my god! That really scared me. I've never had that happen to me before. But yeah, but if you get enough items of a certain type... let me see. But yeah, if you get enough items of a certain type, you can get a free item. I've just never had that trigger before. That was terrifying. I thought I was being jump scared. Oh my god, okay, never mind. This is really, slow. Oh god, I should not have picked up that item. This is not the right class to have picked up that item. Okay, this might be like a dead run. Because this item is not the right item that I should have gotten. Let's go to the shop, because I haven't gone there. Let's see if there's, crit damage bonus, max HP. I'll get crit damage. I actually don't know if the effects you apply can crit. If they could, that would be quite overpowered, though, because with effects, the thing is that they, you know, continuously deal damage, so quite good if they could deal good damage. And perhaps that could remedy my extremely low attack speed and bad aim, which makes my low attack speed even worse. There we go. Arthur was slain. Alright, which item do I not have? Well, I guess whichever one suits me, because I think I need to have unlocked the class before I can. Okay, chaining armor, because I want to unlock the brawler class. The final stage, this is the witch stage. The witch is the final boss, and she has something interesting about her design, and her boss introduction, which you will see later. You will see. It gave me, when I first saw it, I was like, well, I was like nothing. I didn't say anything because I was speechless. I might die here, which will be good, because I would like to... Yep, I died. I would like to try out the different classes, or rather, showcase the different classes now. Yeah, this is Leo. This is our birdie companion. Okay, nothing... no relevant dialogue. There we go, unlock the brawler. Hope you've enjoyed watching this, and I hope this encourages you to play and download this modpack / map. It's called Atmos again, if you somehow forgot, which I don't know why I said that. There's no way that you've forgotten while watching this video, unless you're like second monitoring it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully I wasn't too boring, and hopefully this encouraged you to download and play Atmos. Goodbye.